Welcome to Cord Cutting today for July 1st, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. If you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below I'll put a link to each story. You can read about them for yourself, come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Real quick before we get into the news and a lot of early Prime Day deals, I've heard a lot of feedback. People want timestamps for the different stories. It is something in the works that we are working on. For now, it's probably not happening this week because we're very short-staffed in the office. Being the 4th of July holiday in the US this week, a lot of people skip town to go enjoy some time with family. So hang in here. It is coming that we're going to add timestamps to the stories. But for now, you can just look at the show notes down below. I have all the stories in order of how I talk about them, which should give you a rough idea of how far to fast forward into the video if you want. Or just click on the story, read about it for yourself. It's all right there. So hang in here. We're committed to making these videos better, and we are listening to your feedback. All right, let's dive into the stories of the day. Real quick rundown of some Amazon Prime Day deals. Starting today, the Fire TV Recast DVR for a very short amount of time is on sale for just $129.99. This is a limited time deal. It's $100 off the typical Fire TV Recast price, which is an over-the-air DVR for your antenna, which works with Fire TVs, and it's a new all-time low price. Now, I don't know how long this is going to go for. Some people have reported it as today only. The email I got from Amazon, I don't think it's today only, but it didn't say how long it would go. I wouldn't expect this deal to last all the way through Prime Day. So if you want this one, don't wait. Get it now, because $129 for a DVR with no subscription, no monthly service fee is a pretty good deal. Only downside, you need a Fire TV to watch on your TV. It won't work with Roku, won't work with the Apple TV, etc. Hopefully they add that support, but not yet. Amazon is also offering 4 months of Amazon Music, Amazon Unlimited Music is I think what they call it, for just 99 cents. If you are a new Amazon Music subscriber, you can get 4 months of the service for 99 cents. This is a really good deal. If you've been thinking about trying out one of those music services, then check it out. 99 cents, and after those 4 months it returns to the $7.99 typical monthly price, which is a pretty good deal, especially if you use an Amazon Echo device. This integrates very nicely into it, and I've used it, been very pleased with the quality of the service. All right, let's get into the news because there's a lot to cover happening right now. Well, first, it seems like Sony may have struck a deal with AMC, Discovery, NBC, and Turner. At the time of this recording, those channels are still live. Sony had posted a warning that by the end of this year, or the end of the month of June 2019, excuse me, they had to strike a deal with AMC, Discovery, NBC Universal, and Turner Networks. And if they didn't, that they would be subject to remove. As of the time of this recording, right now, they're all still live. But the warning is still mysteriously on Sony's website. Last week, they updated that page multiple times, but left the warning. Now it's July 1st and the warning is still present and not a word from Sony on what the current status of these are. Now AT&T and DirecTV Now had a similar thing happen where they struck a short-term deal where it said, hey, we're going to give, this happened with Viacom and A&E networks, where Viacom and A&E networks agreed to keep their networks on DirecTV Now and DirecTV and all the AT&T properties. Well, as negotiations continued, eventually they struck a deal which resulted in the network staying on the service. Now, for Sony, very similar thing could happen. Unlike AT&T, Sony has said nothing. I find it very strange that the warning is still live on Sony's website with no update, and it's July 1st. So we're going to have to, right now, take this all with a grain of salt. Maybe some of them have a permanent deal. Maybe some of them have a temporary deal. For a PlayStation Vue subscriber, I wouldn't worry about it. I would only worry about it when it happens. So let me know, are you excited that Sony has, at least for now, kept it on there? My main complaint with Sony is their PR. They do really great things all the time. They add channels, they move things around. You know, like last week, the tennis channel went from being an elite or above package to being a core and above. Do you think Sony went around and made a bunch of press about it? No. There's a lot of great things Sony could be doing, and I think they could be communicating better with their subscribers in this particular case. So I hope Sony gives us some type of update soon. For now, all we can report is the channels are still there, but Sony has left the warning about a possible blackout for these channels on their website. So I'd love to know what you think. What do you think of Sony's PR job? What do you think of PlayStation View overall? I'd love to hear from you. All right, one of the questions I get, I try to answer in our next story. I get a lot of questions about closed captions. Are they required? Are they not? This especially came up with Pluto TV asking for an extension on some older devices to become compatible with the closed caption rules. A lot of people were surprised to learn that there were closed caption rules for cord cutting services. So we went and broke it down, and we took a look. Are cord cutting services required to offer closed captions? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, you do need closed captions for some services, but not others. So back in 2012, the FCC updated the closed caption rules to add streaming services, but they left protections in there for small creators and like home videos, which probably can't afford to go and pay a professional closed captions company to closed caption it professionally. But if a show or movie aired on broadcast television and then went over to streaming, there is a requirement that after so much time it adds closed captions. Now, home videos, small creators that are creating their content exclusively for the internet and never aired on TV can avoid the requirement to have closed captions. Now today with like YouTube and other services on Roku's and everything, they do have automated closed captions, which I do understand from people who watch these videos all the time. It is not always the most accurate closed captions, but 9 times out of 10 you can get the gist of what they're trying to say in the closed captions. So yes, if it airs on TV, they are required after so much time to add it. No, if it's something like this video, which I'm not creating for TV, and honestly, if I had to pay a professional closed caption company, I would probably be losing money on these videos. Probably wouldn't be doing it, just to be honest with you. So these videos are not required to have professionally done closed captions, but a brand new movie that aired on TV is required. I hope that answers a lot of people's questions. And let me know, what do you think about the closed caption rules? Do you think they should be expanded to be more aggressive? Or do you think there's a good balance there with the closed captions of being able to allow small creators like us right here? You know, we're a small creator doing this. You know, I record it, I set it up, I edit it. If I had to also professionally transcribe it and pay money for that, that would probably make this difficult. Or do you think more small channels should be required? There are a lot of internet-only videos now which get millions and millions of views and millions of subscribers. Should they be balanced out to maybe be forced to do it? I'd love to know what you think. Leave us a comment down in the show notes. I'll love to hear from you. All right, YouTube posted an update about new known bugs. So YouTube's been rolling out a updated user interface with larger preview screens to make it easier to fast forward, rewind, and some under the hood bug fixes for the YouTube TV app. It's on pretty much most of the major devices now: Android TV, Roku, Xbox, and the Apple TV. There does seem to be a little bug with it with the Apple TV, where if you pause it with the remote's pause button, you try to play it, it doesn't always resume. Now, Google's posted on Reddit a little workaround. They say if you just use the touchpad to use the on-screen controls, you can pause and unpause without issues, and that they are investigating why the pause button on the Apple TV remote is not resuming video. So the good news is they are aware of the issue, they are working to improve it, and for now you'll just have to use the on-screen controls where you move the touchpad and the controls appear on the screen. Now pausing it seems to work. It's the resume playback that doesn't always want to work when you press the button. Love to know, have you experienced this issue? Have you seen the new YouTube TV user interface? Do you like the new bigger previews? Does it seem more responsive? When I used it, what I've heard from readers is it seems to be a little bit snappier jumping around in menus, and I've been very happy with it. So I'd love to hear from you what you think of it. Next story up of the day, we heard about this about a month ago, but now it's official. As of today, Pluto TV has added 11 Spanish language networks to Pluto TV, including things like Comedy Central, Latino, MTV in Spanish, and more. It's really great. Pluto TV has talked at length about expanding worldwide. Spanish markets or Spanish countries seems to be a big part of that. To start with, they're starting with 11 channels here in the United States. They say more channels will be coming in the fall in Spanish, and they intend to, according to the Viacom president or CEO, whatever his role is, expand into other countries with their Spanish service. So these new channels bring 2,000 hours of new content to Pluto TV, which should help them reach a new market. So I'd love to know. I know we have a lot of bilingual readers here. I hear from you all the time about how, hey, what kind of Spanish content's out there for free? Well, now Pluto TV is a great source for that, including a lot of big Viacom brands coming with their Spanish content and more on the way to encompass things like food content and more in Spanish. So love to know, are you excited about this? How's the lineup? I speak just a few words of Spanish, so I'm probably the wrong person to watch this. But I'd love to know, what's the lineup like? I did break down each channel, what they'll be offering in the post in the show notes down below. But I'd love to hear from people who enjoy Spanish programming and watch it regularly. How's the quality of this content? Is it good content? Is it not good content? Give me some feedback. I'd love to know. You know, some of these channels, they offer A+ movies and TV shows. Sometimes they're, B-rated movies. And I'd love to know what you think. From an outsider looking at it, looks like a good lineup of programming for a first start of, hey, we're starting here with 11, and we intend to add additional movies and TV shows this fall. So leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, Sling TV just announced a revamp of their add-ons. So a couple years ago, Sling TV announced a deal where for $10 you could get 4 add-ons, and they were a pretty good deal. Now they've expanded that to be 7 add-ons for $20, which gives you, and the DVR for $20 a month, which gives you the Sports Extra, Kids Extra, News Extra, Lifestyle Extra, Heartland Extra, Hollywood Extra, Comedy Extra, and the Cloud DVR service for $20 a month. So for $45, when you add in the orange or the blue package, you get a ton of content. And it really is an impressive deal. I would say per channel, I'm gonna run the numbers, this may be one of the better deals per dollar per channel. Now, does it have the channels you want? That's the question. Saying, hey, I can get, all these channels for 60 cents a channel or all these channels for 65 cents a channel doesn't mean anything if it doesn't give you the channels you want. But this is a lot of content. The downside here is the Sports Extra package on the orange plan is going up to $10 a month. So if you already have Sling Orange plus the Sports Extra and you decide you want to go and add and you're thinking about this, you can get 6 additional add-ons now for $10 extra. So I would say if you already have a couple of these add-ons or you already have the sports add-on, I would check this out. Now, for Sling, this is only their second price hike, if I remember right, in 3 years. So that's a pretty good deal to say, hey, this one sports add-on is going up $5, but this is the first time this sports add-on has ever gone up in cost since the service originally launched, 3 years ago now? So it's painful when that happens, but the good news is they are giving you a really good deal if you want to pay $10 extra. The flip side is expecting a TV service to never raise their price is just not realistic. Costs go up. It's just how it works. And Sling TV has added a lot of networks to the add-ons since it originally launched. So check it out in the show notes down below. You can find out more about it. But the sports add-on does include the MLB Network, NHL Network, NBA TV, and in the orange package, things like ESPNU, ESPN News, and more, which was $5, is now $10. So since that launch, they've added things like the NFL Network, Major League Baseball Network, and I believe even NBA TV was added later. So they've added a lot of content to it, kept the price the same for several years, and now they've had to go up in price, probably because cost has gone up. So I'd love to know, what do you think of this deal? Are you a Sling TV subscriber? Are you going to take advantage of the 7 add-ons for $20? Compare it to the old price of $5 per add-on, where you would only get 4 of those add-ons for $20. That's a pretty darn good deal, honestly. So let me know what you think of it. I'd love to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. For everybody on vacation this week, maybe watching this on the beach, I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July weekend. We are working this week. There will be no video on the 4th, though. I'll be checking in on the social media, but I won't be producing a video for the 4th of July. But we may be a little bit slower on emails because, like I said, we're short-handed in the staff this week. But don't worry, we still have full coverage. Jess and I are both here this week. So content will continue to come out, and we'll continue to try to do our best to answer as many of your emails, social media requests, and more. If you're a regular here, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos, because we got some special ones coming out soon. So I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and enjoy the sunshine, hopefully.